Yoga, Bombomti, Chini Tanchu, Mungong.
I swear I'll be wanting to say, hey, little stinkable, what you doing, stinkable? I keep watching that mailman with the fronts in his mouth. Lord, I hope y'all seen who I'm talking about, because otherwise I sound real crazy. If you seen him, you would understand. You would understand. He be smiling so pretty. He be so happy. He be like, hey, little stinkable, what you doing, stinkable? I just want... I swear I just want to talk to her like that. I want to say, sir, hey, Sarah, stinkable, what you doing, stinkable? I swear to goodness, because Sarah be making me feel like we crazy. You know, you ever feel like you look at a situation and be like, it's got to be me. Like, how does that make sense to somebody else and it don't make sense to me? No, it's got to be me. Sarah Boone just, I don't know. I've not watched this interrogation in a while. She just never ceases to amaze me because since the interrogation, her demeanor has continued. She just does not understand clearly what is going on, that she is not being taken care of as well as she expects to be taken care of. Like, we just confused. We confused. Why is Sarah still in jail? Have you ever thought, what would you do if you knew what your last moments were going to be? Like, if you knew the last moment of your life, you knew the date, you knew the time, have you ever thought of what you would do to prepare? Like, how you would make sure you fulfilled everything, you know, all that kind of stuff. What if it wasn't the end of your life? What if you had a lot of life left, right? But you knew the last day you were ever going to be free. That shit would tear me the fuck up. I would rather know when I'm about to die. I could comprehend better, because at the point where I know I might not ever be free again, I'm gonna start making life decisions. Like, I might end up knowing my last day. Lord, no, I don't want to come to you right now, Lord, but I don't want to live behind no damn bars. I swear to goodness. So I started thinking, can you imagine knowing the moments that somebody is about to, like, be in jail? Now, I'm not saying she's gonna be in jail for life, but just what if this was literally the last time Sarah Boone, you gotta say a name like that, ever walked outside freely. She got out of the car, she locked the door, she smoked a cigarette, she threw a purse over her shoulder, all just willy-nilly as she wanted to. Not, what was your number, stand in line, go over there, do this.
On the audio recording, I just forgot, so he raised his hand to remind me to tell you.
Okay.
Do you promise and swear that everything we talked about today has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
For which
True
everything?
and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
What, that it wasn't intentional?
Everything you've said today, everything that's come out of your mouth has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
To the best of my knowledge.
Correct. Yes.
Why?
That's
Because
how
anytime
you
we talk
swear.
to somebody, we want to assure that everything that we've talked about is
True and accurate to the best of that person's knowledge.
it's not a trick question,
To the best of my knowledge?
to the best of your knowledge.
Everything that you've told us today is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
Yes, but it was not intentional.
Okay.
All right, do me a favor, stand up. I need you to turn around, face the wall, put your hands behind your back. Do you have anything in your pockets that I should know about?
No.
Okay.
Why is this happening?
Can you imagine getting so drunk that you did something so unimaginable, right? You took your time, like, you prepared yourself. Legit. She did this, like, calling the police and getting help in stages. If you really dig deep and look, when at one of the interviews they did with the baby daddy, the ex-husband, right? He said when she was supposedly doing the CPR, she was going out on the back to get a cigarette and a drink of that Dr. Pepper or whatever how she was sipping on. This lady ain't, y'all got to do the finger quotes with me. You know when, you know, it's a motherfucking, okay, I can't say that word. You just do the finger quotes. When she woke up at 11:30, she did this in stages. She prepared herself I know it scarred her when she saw what he looked like. You could tell that. I think that's a genuine, yeah, he was all them colors and stuff like that. Whatever she said, yeah, he was something. That was so probably early in the morning, allegedly, in my opinion. She allegedly threw him down the steps in the suitcase. Yeah. Like, no, she did this in stages. I'm not saying she remembered the actual act of, I do believe Miss Sarah Boone actually passed out. But can you imagine doing this shit in stages like that and getting through it? And still, at the moment that you're actually arrested, you know it's a 50-50 chance if you can convince these people that all that you about to try to convince them of is true. You know you're not that good of an actor. I know you got straight A's, but it was not in theater. It was not in theater, Sarah Boone. Can you imagine genuinely being shocked and asking them, why is this happening? Why am I being arrested? Did you truly think you were going to be able to actually, like, have your case saw in court first? Or did you think that there would truly be just an investigation? You would go through the process and would be found innocent because they brought the tire rods that he had hurt you with. I'd be confused. I'd be seriously like trying to dig deep and get into their mind. It just don't make no sense to me. Nope. Not even a little bit.
Because George is dead.
Not intentionally.
We understand that.
He's still dead.
Well, we don't
Someone
really
needs to
understand
call
that.
Brian, please.
Okay.
Or can I not make a phone call?
You'll be able to make a phone call when we get you down to the jail.
So
You'll
why
be
is this
afforded-
happening? So this was a trick.
No, it's not
No,
a trick.
not
How's
a
it a
trick.
trick? I brought you in here to ask you to explain a few things to us,
Uh-huh.
and
You were read your rights.
your response to everything was basically, I didn't do it.
Intentionally.
I have to go through that.
In case you're not familiar with who this is, you don't know what this case is about. I'm not looking nothing up, but I'm going to give you a bootleg summary of what I can remember. So go look it up. Because you do not want to take my word for it. But this is literally like, okay, I at least know her name is Sarah Boone. Sarah Boone had a boyfriend. She called him George. I think the man's name was Jorge. Okay. Sarah Boone was married to this man. She had this baby by this man. She got tired. She got tired of being this man's wife, this boy mama. She wanted to go have some fun. Sarah Boone had some addiction issues and became an alcoholic a little bit. Just a little bit, allegedly, in my opinion, right? She would randomly be bringing people home. She was a party girl. She lived close to the bar. They would all stumble home drunk, right? She met Mr. Jorge, Mr. George. And Mr. George was the love of her life, apparently. They was just the right toxic together. That's all it was. You know how you find your right person, but it ain't the right person? And you get to the point where the law is the person who's trying to now separate y'all. You know, when you're young, your parents be like, he's not no good for you. You need to stay away from him and try to keep you away, you know. And then when you get a little bit older, your friends be like, oh, maybe you shouldn't, you know. You might see it for yourself. The smart people see it for themselves. But them people who are toxic together, they can't help it. It's like that kryptonite. You know, you see that movie, what was it, Hancock? Yeah. They just come together and all hell break loose, right? So Sarah Boone could not see the beauty in the justice system in her case. The justice system kept trying to keep them apart, but she would go bail them out. I don't know if he bailed her out that time she got locked up. It was probably Brian. What's his name? Ryan O'Brien. It's one of them things that rhyme, so just Ian, whichever one. But Sarah Boone was just infatuated with this man who was infatuated with her and all that, whatever they created together. So he would mess her up. She would mess him up. They was a little bit even. But Miss Boone, ooh boo. Miss Boone got, she got the top prize. I don't even know how to say it. They not even no more. She won. She lost. He lost. He lost. She won. I don't know. That's a bad way to put it, but yeah. So the justice system could not keep these people apart. They ain't give a damn about no TPOs. I don't even know if they had TPOs and stuff like that, but they should have. They should definitely have been ordered to not have any contact with each other. One day they was playing games. Miss Sarah Boone just was trying to control her puppet, and he was not acting right. He was doing his best, but the alcohol was getting to him, and it got to her. It got to her. They went from painting to music to movie trailers to this puzzle. And this amazing puzzle, wow, this puzzle must have been so amazing that he was like, you know what, I will literally do anything else, anything, to get out of doing this puzzle. And Sarah Boone said, won't you get in this suitcase? And then we get here. I think this is the day after everything that happened. I think what happened was they let her go home to Ian, either with a B or R, fill in the blank. And I really think it's Brian. Yeah, she got to play mommy one day, and now all of a sudden, somebody needs to call Brian. No, Sarah Boone left that man in that suitcase. The neighbors, in one account, if you dig a little bit deeper, will say they heard what sounded like possibly something going down the steps. I wholeheartedly believe, allegedly, in my opinion, but that's just because I'm easy. It don't take much to convince me. It just fit. He had unexplained bruises. I understand he probably was trying to fight his way out as well. And if she ain't allegedly push him down them steps, then maybe allegedly, okay, maybe it was her turning him over. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, but let me finish. So she locked him in the suitcase. She sat down on the couch. He was begging to get out because he could not breathe. It appears as if he did survive for some time, but she was able to get 2 separate videos with the suitcase in 2 separate positions in the living room with him still in it, still awake, still calling out for help while she is being very negative and derogatory. She definitely sounds inebriated in some sort of way. She forgot about these videos. She forgot about Mr. Jorge / George, and she went upstairs and she went to bed. Allegedly. She left the puzzle unattended, and that was curtain rods, not tie rods. I said tie rods. Left the curtain rods unattended. She left her child's baseball bat unattended. All of the stuff that they needed to take a look at, because the wall too, the wall that he be falling into, like all of the things. She went upstairs. She went to bed. She fell asleep. No, she went upstairs waiting on him. I don't know if this video is still up, but I do believe once she got him in there and he got a little aggressive, I believe she might have thought. I think she was in. Oh man, I can't say none of that. Okay, one of my videos, I said allegedly, in my opinion, I actually thought she was fearful to let him out and thought he actually could get out, and she went upstairs just waiting for him to come, thinking when he got out, it was gonna be like one of them other, like he was gonna bring that curtain rod again. But she fell asleep in the meantime because she was inebriated. But I don't know now. I don't know. Now I'm like, I don't know. Was Sarah up all night? Oh, man. What if Sarah was up all night? Let me stop. Okay. Yeah, did I get to the end of it? Yeah, she woke up the next morning. She say around 11, she thought he was up on the computer searching for jobs because he wasn't up there. She laid around for a while. She just didn't want to get out of bed. She got up around 11:30, something like that. I don't know. In the meantime, the ex-husband is calling, asking, is you going to get your child today because it is your day and we know you're not reliable. But Miss Sarah Boone was ignoring his calls because she didn't want to deal with it, allegedly. And then she was like, oh no, he's still in the suitcase. Yeah, and then she called the people for help. But before she called the people for help, she called Brian. I'm going to stick with Brian, even though it could be Ryan, because that's what it sounded like she had said just now. Yeah, she called the people. She called him and asked him to come. And she called the people, but she called him again just to make sure he was coming. Yeah, I'm so sad, though. The night before, somewhere in the mix, she did try to make a drunk call to him. That's, I think, what made me think she was scared, thinking he was going to be able to get out of the suitcase to get up to her. I think she called him for that reason, because Sarah don't seem like the type to call the police. Okay, but that's it. If I ain't get to the end of it, oh well.
He's still there. Do me a favor, have a seat.
Really, guys?
Really?
So if I didn't show up? Why is
You're
this
trying-
happening?
because
Before y'all said I could leave,
when...
that I was done after that.
We were done, yes, we were done, absolutely.
So that's what it is,
We are done.
right? Not intentional.
Okay.
So what am I supposed to do now?
You will,
Someone needs to call Brian.
okay.
Lucas is waiting for Mom to come home. This was not my intention. I thought I was waiting for you all to come and figure out what's what and how many.
That's what we're trying to do.
And I was going to be able to go home and see Lucas. Now he's just not going to have me come home. So there's nothing that I can do.
This is like one of the things that drive me and most people nuts. Why do you think, like, okay, besides the fact that you don't think you should go to jail, why do you think because your child is at home waiting on you? Now, first off, you gotta just listen to, just at least listen to, it sounds like she's saying Ryan. I could be absolutely wrong. I swear his name is Brian, but Brian, just at least listen to his interview on how interactive she is. But back to it. If he was excited and he truly was sitting at home waiting on his mother, not really what I'm about to say. But who cares? Who gives a fuck? Like, everybody who goes to jail, not really everybody, but everybody who's a parent that is directly taking care of their child, and one way or the other ends up in police custody, that child is waiting on them to come home. You don't ever rage out in an injustice about that. So why would you look that man square in his eye? She wholeheartedly, how is your world not crumbling around you? Like, how do you not feel the guilt of 1,000 ancestors? Like, I don't, just the dramatics of Lucas is waiting on me to come home. I am his savior. He just needs a hug. If I can just give him a hug, all is going to be right in the world. Nothing is wrong because I unintentionally killed Jorge. I swear to God, it kills me that she says George. And I think I actually saw an interview. I did not watch any interviews of his family, but I watched one, maybe kind of, sort of. My memory is fuzzy. It's fuzzy. I don't know if I watched the shit. I watch a lot of shit. I think I watched one where they actually said the phrase, she calls him George, but his name is Jorge. But I could be wrong. I could be making that shit up. I swear I could. So, yeah. It drives me nuts. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just rambling for nothing. Let me get back to it. These are the last moments. Right now, she not free no more. But literally, think about it. An hour, 20 minutes. These are still the same breaths. If she smells her clothes, that's outside air. That was free air. Okay.
No.
There's nothing that I can do in order to go home and see Lucas and prepare.
Not right now, no.
I don't understand that either. If you don't think you're guilty of anything, if everything was unintentional, what were you preparing for?
You'll be afforded a time in court, you'll be afforded an attorney, you'll be afforded a chance to talk to a judge, and all that stuff will be worked out.
But what?
Why that man lie to her like that? OMG. That sentence has never been funnier. That is so sad. Do y'all realize, like, the impact, just that statement? Like, if she would have realized, you know how you could just, that's my rewind button. And rewind. I can't even say it. When she on her 25th lawyer, she should rewind in her mind back to the moment when he said, she gonna be getting the information for the 26th lawyer, and at the same time she writing a letter to the judge, and that phrase, this sentence, is just gonna pop back up in her mind. It's gonna play back.
In court, you'll be afforded an attorney, you'll be afforded a chance to talk to a judge, and all that stuff will be worked out.
But what's the time frame for that, though?
I have no way of being able to tell you. You should make first appearance probably by tomorrow morning, if not tonight, depending how things are busy, how quickly you get down there. I
had a
don't
sneaky
work in the...
suspicion this was going to happen. And I need water, like, really bad, please.
Have a seat.
You all tricked me down here.
Absolutely did not.
I just got those.
Okay. They are not allowed in the jail.
So I can't even smoke cigarettes if I go.
What? Am I good on that? She's fucked up.
And what am I supposed to do with my car?
You'll be fine where it is. When you get down there, you'll have 3 phones, you'll be able to call.
What, as soon as possible?
Yeah, once you get down there, get booked in, you'll be able to use a phone in the waiting
But
area.
how long will that take? Because I need to talk to Brian.
I don't know, it depends how busy, how quickly they get you through. I probably would say within the hour. It's a free phone
Yes?
call
Yeah.
in the lobby, it's a free phone
All
call.
I'm doing is bring you there, sign
Yep.
a piece of paper, and you're all good.
She has no clue.
So can I ask you, or whoever it is, those holding cells, the holding cells, am I going to be put in one of those?
I don't know.
Last time I had a panic attack.
Okay.
Let them know that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you're familiar with the big bay. As long as you go in and you act civil to them, they'll set you in the big bay. And you'll be left there for
Can
a
you
while.
request that while I'm there?
No, that's not up to us. We don't work at the jail.
As
So I
long
can ask.
as like he's saying, is if you don't
If
act
you
up,
go in and act like this, you'll go in and they'll put you in the big bay. If you go in there screaming and kicking and yelling and
Why would
cursing
I
at
do
people,
that?
I don't know. I'm just letting you know that's what happens. That's how they weed people out. If you go in acting like this,
So I asked for the big bay?
they'll put you there as long as you're acting like this.
Yeah, because the last time I had a major panic attack on those little things.
let them know.
Yep.
Change the cuffs. Call it a
Go ahead,
day.
stand up.
I have not.
So what am I going to do with my purse? Oh, sorry.
Your purse is just gonna come, but the cigarettes and stuff can't, so.
I put the lock up too, my bad.
Oh, no, it's all good. Mine are now opposite, so.
What made you all decide to do this?
Made us decide to do this?
Uh-huh.
George is dead.
You guys, I knew this was going to happen.
You did?
If she really thought that it was like a accident, it was an accident. When he said that at this moment, your last ditch effort, there's no way in the world I would have said, or she would have said, I knew this was going to happen. She at no point actually said, I know she said it was unintentional, but she never said like I don't know how she would put it. Like an accident. Like she keeps using the word unintentional, and I think in her mind, she's using it as far as I did not intentionally. She's only focusing on the falling asleep, if that makes sense. She's not talking about the. It makes it seem really as if she knew he couldn't get out. Like I don't know what convinced me so easily at first, but it really makes it seem as if I didn't really mean, from what she said. It was unintentional of me falling asleep and letting it go that far. Like she was going to sit there until he stopped moving. Like not to say she knew he was going to stop moving, but she was going to sit there long enough to know when enough was enough. She knew when to let him out, that he wasn't going to have any fight left in him, if that makes sense. It seems like the way she says it, she was going to let him out right when she knew she wasn't going to be attacked and hurt herself. I don't know. It's just the way that she's reacting to this. She knows she did it. She knows she did wrong. She knows she's the cause. She just wants you to understand it was unintentional that she allowed that man to actually pass away. Like, I don't know, it's the weirdest thing, and she's convinced herself that it's okay. No, it's okay. No, it wasn't. Yeah, no, it was okay.
So I
Well, we
done
gave
it willingly.
Yes, absolutely. We were trying to figure out what's going on. We're still trying to figure out what's going on.
Unintentionally.
Well, intentional or not, George is dead. You act like when you say unintentionally, that absolves you from everything.
I have my, I don't know if it's able to be or not.
They need your oil then. I apologize.
No, no.
I have things in my car that I need to.
Okay.
But you're,
What kind of stuff do you have in your car that you're worried about?
Well, I have my medication.
Okay, they have a pharmacy there, so if there's something that you have to have right away, you'll be seeing a nurse.
It's panic attack stuff.
Well, again, when you get checked in, you're going to be seeing a nurse,
Turn around now?
and that they have a pharmacy there, so they'll be able to take care of any kind of that stuff. That protocol is out of my realm. I don't work down there, so I don't know, but I do know they do have a pharmacy, and that you will be afforded to see somebody. Okay?
all done?
Yes, ma'am. Like I said,
Yeah.
my bad.
No.